say that. I've been there, I've been making plays on the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I always look for whoever he playing.
And I was mad about that. I put on. I just told somebody, I was like, I love Rondo and I love Lance, and I love Beasley. I'm like, come on, man. All the players I like went to LA the same time LeBron went to LA. It's like God punishing me.
Everybody talk bad to me about it, bro. Everybody.
Oh, you got me tape. So what do I think of the move, man? You got me.
Yeah, we rolling. Been rolling.
I think it's a business move for LeBron.
Business, you say?
Yeah, I don't think he cares about winning.
See, I mean, I'm hearing they say he wants to win a title in LA and retire, and then we hear he wants to play with his son at some point in the NBA.
That would be dope.
Just kind of your thoughts about we'll start from the beginning, how he rolled it out to begin with. It kind of felt like, not to say like the move was done, but the position he was in, nobody waited for him. Paul George made his decision. Other players kind of rolled. DeAndre Jordan, the big player. So you knew nobody was coming to LA with him. The decision to go to LA kind of by himself to a losing franchise. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think LA was really a losing franchise. I think they rookies and their young players is going to be like Boston soon. Like, with Tatum and Jalen and with Tatum and Jaden, for sure. So I think Lonzo gonna be tough. I think Kuzma gonna be tough. Ingram gonna be tough. But I think the pieces they added was some dogs. But I don't really trust Magic as a Laker fan.
That was my next. That was where I was going to. As Magic in general with him and Pelinka with these moves.
I mess with Rob.
Do you trust that with the young players they're gonna keep them all?
If I was LeBron, here's what I would do. I would play off the ball. I would hone my post game, my mid-range game, and become a scorer more than anything and play more defense. That's what I would do. Because he has the two best playmakers in the game. He got Rondo and he got Lonzo. So he don't have to make everybody plays all the time. So I would if he leads the league in scoring and the Lakers win 50 games to get a 3, 4, 5 seed, they give him MVP, and he get 5 MVPs. So I think this is a total business move. I don't think it's more about winning. I don't think he cares about winning anymore. He just dropped that school. I always say every time he loses, he gets very charitable.
Right.
And I kind of feel it's one of them things with the charitable. It almost is one of them things where it's like, yeah, I'm not Michael Jordan, but I'm gonna, be the ultimate philanthropist. But it almost feels two-sided.
Well, I think with LeBron, he's kind of stealing the page out of Trump's book, not like in a negative way.
This might be a very smart thing he's about to say.
But what he's doing is basically he realized, hey, I can't surpass Jordan as being the GOAT on the court. But when it comes, we got all this racial tension going on in the world right now. So what LeBron's looking at, he's like, look, if I just keep doing it for my people, then I'll get respected in that fashion. You know what I mean? And my legacy will grow bigger than him off the court. And then ultimately, he'll be respected.
And then they might put him in the GOAT, like Ali.
If his respect level is higher than Jordan's, which one you want? You want more respect, or you want to be labeled as the GOAT on the court? So LeBron's approaching that off the court thing, and I think that's where where he's looking at he's going to suppress Jordan ultimately overall as a man. You know what I mean? Morals and values.
I totally agree with him on there. I think it's more of controlling perception. Since LeBron's been in the league, he's always controlled the narrative. He's always had a person in the media. He always controlled what people said about him, what they do about him, everything. So now if you control perception, like today, your boy Jody put LeBron's the GOAT on Facebook, no debate. And I'm like, for what? Dropping it? He just lost. Like, what are we talking about to go there?
Because he got in a layup line with his son.
And I thought that was weak. And I think him being like this dude, like screaming at people and parents and all that at the game is weak too. You're LeBron James, calm down. You got different responsibility, but
it do seem a lot like he's becoming more, as his son gets older, he's becoming more hands-on with it when it is it needed? You know what I'm saying? Like your son already, his name is LeBron James Jr.
LeBron is the king of love and attention, bro.
I think he's going to go down the whole reality TV lane and everything. He's looking at every avenue. I mean, because if you look at what's going on, him and Lonzo, what's dude's father's name?
LeVar.
They might be working on something together, man. Because, that what the Kardashians is doing as a family, that's big time, bro. And they making a
How's
lot of
it not?
money.
Shorty
So
got
you
900
gotta
million.
think as a LeBron James, you looking like, hey, I got kids. You know, how can I max this out? And LeBron's certainly bigger than the Kardashians' mother, so he can do for his kids what she did for theirs. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's setting the stage.
Yeah, I agree 100% with him. That's why I say I think it's a business move. Been to LA, been in the middle of all the acting and all that other stuff. It's just nothing but money. He already got a show on HBO. So he had a show on Stars that got canceled, but it was dope. I actually liked the Survivor's Remorse. It was a dope show to me. Like, people think I hate dudes. I just hate some of his actions. I just think certain things ain't really manly, but I really can't blame him. He didn't really grow up. You know what I'm saying?
So let's dig into some of them actions that you know what I'm saying that bother you from King James. Do you even like the name King James to begin with?
No, but I mean it's great play on words. So if I'm a marketing person, I would around with that too. I don't like the victimization he plays on society. Like, it's never his fault. And then I think that the number one thing they ran with since he was in high school is the most scrutinized athlete of all time. So it leaves you no room to criticize him ever. Right. So if you ever say something in the critical standpoint of him, they're like, oh, you hating. Right. What else do you want him to do? Win, nigga, what are you talking about? Right. So.
Right. But as a man, look at it like this though. As a man, how can you respect a guy that gets fouled? He gets hit in his head. Yeah, he gets hit hard or whatever. And he's walking with a limp. As a man, how can you respect? You got hit in your head, bro. You walking with a limp as if your leg is hurting or something. It makes
I don't agree with those actions.
Most men ain't gonna respect that.
I just don't like the victimization stuff, man. Like, I don't like how it's never his fault. Like, it's always his teammates' fault. He always need help. I don't think he really improved anybody's game his whole career. I think he made everybody play around him, and he lives in there. I don't like the fact that he needs attention all the time.
I'm still trying to figure out who has he made better.
Nobody.
I don't see it.
He makes teams better because he's that good of a talent.
He makes teams better.
Even the way he kind of, the victimization, even the holding Cleveland, that organization hostage for the last, how many years he been back in Cleveland? What is that, 4 years? The last 4 years holding, I mean, I kind of get it, the payback game to Dan Gilbert, but at times it was like, you held a whole city and franchise hostage, your hometown, supposedly, with these year-to-year deals, and then they have Kyrie leave last summer and you leave this summer, like, come on, you leaving the place worse off than you found it.
He always does that. Well, and they praise him for it.
Economically, though, you can't deny what he's done for Cleveland economically. I mean, that place is in a way far. Like, I mean, they just everything. Businesses downtown, they got a whole nother life since he's came back.
But
so
if this is truly about basketball, the move to LA doesn't guarantee anything. You're not even guaranteed a trip to the finals anymore.
And I believe the same thing. This is bigger than basketball. The move to LA, he's positioned himself for a career past basketball. And I think the route he's looking at going is reality TV. And he's also looking at getting involved as far as movies and stuff like that. Because he got a hell of a story himself to tell that he hasn't told. And then he got these kids. Yeah, he got these kids, so, you know what I mean? He's going to make it. He's going to make it.
Like, we're watching SportsCenter right now, and it's like LeBron's exclusive interview for opening the school, right? Nobody has said anything about Steph Curry all summer. And he's the champion. What does that tell kids? Like, winning doesn't matter.